Hello dear traders. Website in touch Guru.Markets. Thank you for paying attention to us. We will analyze the main indicators of the company Adobe Inc. ADBE, ticker ADBE. This review is based on current data as of June 3, 2024. By classification Guru.Markets company Adobe Inc. ADBE belongs to the subcategory Soft Business. 42 organizations participate in the analysis. This is very representative. We start with summary data for the company. If necessary, it is possible to place a stop. We invite you to carefully consider all the indicators of the organization in question. Access to the table with the ticker structure is absolutely free and open. We kindly ask you to share this video on your social networks. Well, we're finally starting. Market capitalization of the company Adobe Inc. ADBE is $199.25 billion. And the market capitalization of the subcategory is $1,141 billion. Adobe Inc. accounts for a share of 17.469%. It is one of the large companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $15.52 billion. The subcategory's balance sheet capitalization is $150 billion. Adobe Inc. accounts for a share of 10.316%. Comparing the shares of market and book value, we see the following. Share Adobe Inc. ADBE in the subcategory when assessing market capitalization is 17.469%. The book value is 10.316%, which is 41% less than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the organization's share of the market and balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Overall company assessment Adobe Inc. ADBE will be demonstrated at the very end of the review. Please look at the logic of the analysis to the end. The debt obligations of the organization under study amount to $4.034 billion. Debt to book value is 26% of equity. Score for the company's financial obligations. Good, 1 point. The ratio of the company's stock market value to its profit is 42.5. The average for the subcategory is 39.3. This is 8% higher than for the subcategory. Evaluation of market value to earnings ratios in comparison within the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. Profit for the last 12 months was $4,801 million. Future earnings for the coming 12 months are expected to be $7,132 million. 48.6% more than at the current moment. Assessment of expected future profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's value to revenue ratio is 10. The average for the subcategory is 4.6, which is 117% higher than for the subcategory. Assessing the indicators of the exchange value to its revenue in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $19,920 million. Projected revenue for the next 12 months is expected to be $29,590 million. 49% more than now. Assessment of expected future sales performance in comparison with the performance of subcategory companies. Good, 0.5 points. The sales margin is 24.1%, with an average for the subcategory of 11.6%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 12.5%. Profitability assessment in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share by number of employees in the subcategory is 1.787%. This is 878% less than the market capitalization share. This fact shows an imbalance in the company's market price Adobe Inc., rather towards revaluation. The amount of market capital for each employee of the organization is $6,654,000. Whereas for the subcategory $681,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 877.1%. Estimation of the company's capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per individual employee is $160,300. With an average for the subcategory of $17,300. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 825%. Estimation of profit per each employee of the company in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The share of revenue per employee of the organization is $665,000. By subcategory $149,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 346%. Estimation of revenue per individual employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions is 1.8%, with an average for the subcategory of 4.4%. This is a short squeeze risk indicator. Technical indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 28% for the company Adobe Inc. ADBE. Whereas for the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is 41%. Technically, shares in the subcategory are valued higher than Adobe Inc. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price Adobe Inc. and subcategory companies. We will see that over the last 12 months the shares Adobe Inc. showed a change of 6.5%. Against the price dynamics for the subcategory -9.4%. This doesn't say anything definitively, but you need to take note of this fact. Before announcing the total score, we kindly ask. Leave your rating of the company Adobe Inc. ADBE in the comments to this video. We monitor comments and try to respond to almost everyone. Your comments greatly help spread the channel. Guru.Markets. Result: 1.5 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 2.6 points. If you look very broadly, within the US market in general, you can see that the average score for the US stock market as a whole is 0.3 points. Against a score of 1.5 points for Adobe Inc. ADBE. Let's go to the table of orders, which is available to everyone. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all previously made decisions by the information and reference system Guru.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and free. Link in pinned comment. Based on stock analysis Adobe Inc. Information and reference System.GURU.Markets. The following decision was made. Do not open a deal due to Adobe Inc. not an underrated subcategory company. Thank you very much for watching to the end and for using the information and reference system from Guru.Markets. You all truly are the coolest audience.